I'm Mitch Connor. Some spaceman says, I found this showing how conspiracy theorists manipulate the system to make you believe it's a hoax. Yep. France 24's trying to make people who claim this is a hoax look stupid. Ooh. They don't do a very good job either. They don't cover any of the friggin' important points, okay? So let's start with this. Snapshot of a video by Europe 1 in which a man appears to surrender while the hostage situation is ongoing. The internet has been awash with conspiracy theories since last week's unprecedented attacks in Paris. Conspiracy theorists claim that the truth has been hidden, that the powers that be are orchestrating everything from up above because they're like gods. Some of their arguments may appear logical at first glance, but upon closer analysis they turn out to be entirely false. By the way, only one argument actually presented in here do I even cover, and I'm going to laugh at this one when we get to it, but that'll be a sec. A few hours after the first amateur images of the Charlie Hebdo attacks were broadcast, conspiracy theorists were already swirling online. The pictures below sent to France 24 are just one example. Yeah, I was probably, at least in English, the third person to make a video on the headshot, and I can't read all this French crap, but oh my god, the bulletproof vest! Probably something about the mirrors here, yeah, mirrors, they're circling the mirrors. Okay, I've not even messed with the mirrors thing because I don't even necessarily see that relevant, and it could have to do with the reflection of light. Okay, so big deal. That is not even important. Bizarre bulletproof vests, no? This guy right here, which I have covered, and Dutch Since I think was the first guy to really do something on that. Several internet users asked why survivors of the massacre are filmed wearing bulletproof vests on the roof of the Charlie Hebdo offices. But it's not surprising considering that the building is also the home of the press agency Premiers Lignes. And like most agencies that work in conflict zones, the outlet makes bulletproof vests available to its staff. Its employees had the reflex to put them on after hearing the first shots ring out. There's an outside shot that could be true, but that just seems unlikely. I don't know. Is that Premier's Lignes? I mean, somebody needs to look into that. I would love it if dang it, you got a weird name. But I like your videos. Tachian, dang it, what's your last name? It's not a real last name, but you know. Tachian, you know who I'm talking about. You were messing with the Google Earth and all, and yeah, check that out, man, because, well, I'm about to go to bed, but I want to make this video because it's friggin' hilarious to me. So yeah, they allegedly make it bulletproof vests available to their staff. Okay. With the firebombing with Charlie Hebdo, okay, maybe that's a possibility, you know, being that it's right across the street, if that's actually the case, though. Sorry, but, well, but then again, how did it put it here? Conflict zones, okay. I mean, wasn't that like 3 years ago that they got firebombed or whatever? I mean, I wouldn't necessarily call it a conflict zone. It's not like we were talking Afghanistan or something, so clever wording there, but nonetheless, I still think the bulletproof vest is suspicious, you know, like, what, they didn't have one for everybody? No, just 2 people grabbed one. I doubt it, especially with all the staging that happened with the scenes that they shot, because they were just one of many people on the many people that just happened to be on the roofs filming this shit, and the terrorists didn't give a crap about them. Different colored rearview mirrors. Again, I don't even care about that, okay? I don't even see that's relevant, and I already covered that. So, big fucking deal. A not-so-mysterious accomplice during the attack at Porte de Vicente, whatever the fuck that word is in French. On the evening of the attack against the supermarket at Porte de Vicente, a witness is interviewed by French television channel. I tell you, I can't even understand what the hell this witness in this link says because it's all in France, but this is what they say he says. He claims to have seen a person surrender just after the first exchange of fire, even though the hostage-taking situation was still ongoing. At the same time, Europe 1, a popular French radio network, broadcast these images of the man surrendering. He can be seen walking near the shop with his hands in the air before being accosted by police. The whole scene is filmed by an employee of a service station who said he believed the man was armed. Ooh. Now, this is the other article. The video they're citing here, honestly, proves nothing except for a guy surrendering police, okay? It doesn't show where it's at, and, you know, I'm sure it could be proven with Google Earth and all, but, big deal. Could be an actor. We don't freaking know. Or it could be, yeah, they get him on the ground, blah, 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 blah. I'll leave the link. It doesn't even really prove too much, but, well, apparently it's this guy. Okay, now, I never made much of an issue of this, okay, because originally, if I remember right, the mystery accomplice was his wife. See, initial reports. French-Algerian Boumediene is now not thought to have been with Koulibaly at any time in the kosher supermarket and to have fled immediately after the killing. I have so many friggin' links in this friggin' notepad, okay? That strange little was because I didn't realize until I thought I'd finished the video that I was paused the whole time. Then I freaking restarted it thinking I was pausing it. Anyway, so yeah, she's clearly the I'm sorry, I'm laughing at myself. She's clearly the one who was thought to be the accomplice, okay? So, back to the point-by-point rebuttal. We were at... where the hell is it? This guy, okay? This guy was pretty much inconsequential to the whole thing, so what the fuck ever. I never learned anything of people thinking this was the so-called accomplice at all, okay? So, more bullshit. Mr. Koulibaly was not shot while handcuffed. Okay, this is the funny part. These images were broadcast by France 3, a major French television channel that's full of shit, during peak viewing time. Despite that, they're presented by paranoid internet users as being the non-censored footage of the police raid on the supermarket. It shows the moment when Amidi Koulibaly runs out of the shop to confront the dozens of armed officers lined against him. You don't confront them by diving out the fucking door. That's not confronting them. What the fuck? Now, I already went over this in my last video, okay, in the handcuffed thing. And I actually got a comment in response to it saying that, like, somebody was, like, running here that you couldn't see because they sprayed water on the windows and that this was a dummy being thrown out. But the legs were clearly running, okay? They were moving like they were running. A dummy wouldn't do that. And that there were people on the outside pulling him with ropes, okay? And I'm not even going to make fun of that guy because maybe he honestly thinks that that's the case, but I had to disagree. He would have to work harder to prove that. So, nonetheless, why didn't these guys make fun of that? Because what they're making fun of here is completely ridiculous, and I'm about to show you. A few seconds after the raid is launched, the video shows Koulibaly heading towards the door behind which heavily armed officers have lined up, perhaps reacting to a sound grenade, which you could not even hear. A sound grenade would have, you know, the door was open. You'd have heard something rather loud. There were some explosions there, but I would think that you'd have heard something like louder than them, you know. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong on that, but either way, I really doubt he was reacting to that. Anyway, he appears to crash into the door and fall to the ground. So wait, he's how did they put it there? Confronting the dozens by crashing into the door as he dives and falling to the ground. A few seconds later, Koulibaly is dead, but what's intriguing is the position his hands are in at the moment he falls. Internet users claim he appears handcuffed, but it's a little more than coincidence that his arms find themselves in this position. Spliced, these pictures show that he spreads his arms apart as he tumbles to the ground. Do they now? we're going to see that that's utterly ridiculous. And you're going to probably laugh at this. Furthermore, several American media outlets have published screenshots of surveillance camera footage from inside the store. Let's go to the surveillance camera footage first because this is friggin' funny. Okay. No, not here. Right here. This is the only fucking picture of him. And watch this video. I'll leave the link, okay? This is the only fucking picture of him at all. Is this a fucking identifiable picture? It's a fucking rear side shot of him, okay? You think that he didn't fucking go into any of these rooms and look up at the camera? You really think that? How would he have fucking known they were there? Like, hey, disable that camera. Yeah, because I have doubts that this is him. You can't identify him by this. You cannot identify him by this, okay, at all. And the pictures of him are pretty fucking clear, okay? Look at that. Look at that guy. That guy. Same guy, okay? Same guy, same guy, same guy. So, let's go to the spliced link because it'll be a little bit bigger and this is funny. Okay, so we got... Oh, his hands are together. Can't even fucking make out what that is, barely. Hands are together. No, not his hands. Don't know what that is. Hands are together. I don't know what they're pointing out there, but his hands are together. Then, oh, it's a red guy. And by the way, that's not his fucking arm, okay? Watch my last video. See, that's not his fucking arm. Oh, it's a red guy proving it. What the fuck? Then there's revealing dates and obvious photo montages. I don't even give a fuck, okay? I don't even know what the fuck this shit is, and I don't fucking care. You want to look at the link and read this part? I don't really give a shit, okay? Le 911 equals 911 equals n degrees de la police américaine. What? It has to do with American police, huh? Le Illuminati, yeah. It's fucking ridiculous. This doesn't even cover a fucking good point. Like, the only possible point they have is the bulletproof vest, and maybe they have an explanation for that. Maybe. They don't explain this, okay? And I'm going to show you a little bit of something here concerning this little headshot thing and the blood pack that didn't work that shoots out smoke. Okay, we got this Yoav Hatab guy, alright? And, God, who was it that sent me the link to this picture? And I ended up looking it up, making sure he was tied with Charlie Hebdo, okay? Yoav Hatab and Koulibaly, okay? Oops. I hate my mouse. Charlie Hebdo, blah, 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 Yoav Matali, or Yoav Hatab, whatever. CNN, Charlie Hebdo magazine, Yoav Hatab. Okay. Now let's look at particularly this image. What is that on his fucking hand? That is kind of fucking weird. Could that, I don't know, be connected to maybe this? They like to throw these things in our faces, you know. Kind of like the Noah Posner picture after the Pakistan fucking school slaughter that was right next to a military base. And apparently Noah Posner was one of the students there, even though he allegedly died in 2012 at Sandy Hook Elementary. Whoa. Yeah. Right. In closing, spaceman, dumbass.